got word that there was a shooting here in this neighborhood. There's several people who've been shot. There's a huge crowd of people who are looking on at the scene. We've been here just 4 hours, and already we've seen 6 murders.
This crime scene is so fresh, authorities are still looking for the killers in the crowd. One police officer has been gunned down. 5 gang members are dead. Every hour and 15 minutes, somebody gets killed here. This is not Iraq or Afghanistan. Honduras is a different kind of war, and we're in the most dangerous city in the world, San Pedro Sula.
So there's one kid over here being questioned by police right now, and sources tell us that he may be a gang member.
Gang violence, fueled by drug trafficking, has made San Pedro Sula ground zero for migrants fleeing the danger zone, causing the latest crisis on the U.S. border. These neighborhoods are controlled by rival gangs, and they are ruthless. MS-13 and the 18th Street gangs are the most powerful. They fight for territory and work with the drug cartels. More than 80% of the cocaine that comes into the United States passes through Honduras first. San Pedro Sula has become the regional hub for drug trafficking.
But when
the cocaine stays here, they start to distribute it and sell it.
Colonel Germán Alfaro is a top Honduran military commander.
These violent kids are involved in crime. They're killing people, assaulting, stealing. It's practically a war.
So here we are, we're at another crime scene now. We just got word here that 3 people were shot. It may have been a drug shootout. One guy's just still laying in the parking lot behind his truck over here. The car is just riddled with bullet holes.
Gangs and cartels are the usual suspects.
Do you think this is narcos?
I'm pretty sure these are hitmen tied to narcos.
It's very scary. This is at a supermarket. It's everyday life.
That's how it is. You could be at the wrong place at the wrong time when things like this happen and anyone can die.
Is this their town or is it your town?
It's our town, our city, but the problem is people are scared to report the crime.
During the week we were here, 39 people were murdered in and around San Pedro Sula. Many are literally running for their lives. Everywhere there are rows of abandoned houses.
We're here in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in San Pedro Sula. It's called Chamelecon, and a lot of the people who lived in this neighborhood have left their homes. They've just left them abandoned here. You can see why over here there's bullet holes just riddled on the side of that wall there. This family just fled, so did this family. This whole neighborhood's empty, and it's controlled by gangs.
These families may be the lucky ones. Most don't have a choice. This mother lost her 16-year-old son a few months ago. He was shot to death by the gangs. We can't show the parents' faces or even say their names because they're still in danger. The gang is now after their oldest son, too.
Me dijo que si yo no me metía, me dijo, con ellos a la mara, que los iban a matar a usted, me dice a las niñas, y a ustedes, dice 4, dice, que iban a venir aquí a la casa.
For their son's own protection, they sent him into hiding to a safe house a few hours away.
Do you feel like you need to get out?
No tengo dinero, y irse sin dinero, dicen que pasan, pero también dicen que es muy peligroso.
Do you think there's going to be justice for Jimmy?
No lo sé, creo que está bien difícil, porque como esos hombres caminan bien armados ahí, entonces va a estar difícil. Pero con la ayuda de Dios, ojalá que algún día se le haga justicia a mi niño.
Le metieron 5 disparos en la cabeza, en el abdomen y espalda.
Adis Morales is an investigator helping the family track down their son's killer. He says the 16-year-old was shot 5 times. In this case, he thinks he's got a lead.
We don't have his complete real name yet, but we know his alias, his characteristics, and where he operates.
But there's something he's not telling the parents.
No, it doesn't matter anymore. I won't tell them because they're humble people and deserve respect.
violence is so bad in San Pedro Sula, Honduras, that families of murder victims almost never see justice. About 97% of murders in Honduras go unsolved. The victims, usually male, range between 15 and 25 years old.
Sometimes the suspect may be a neighbor or someone who lives a few blocks away, and people know him, but they're scared to report anything.
Investigators have a photo album full of suspects in unsolved cases. In the case of one 16-year-old murdered by the gangs, there may be a lead. But there's one thing the investigator can't bear to tell his parents. Their son may have been in a gang.
As a parent, just imagine someone killing your son and then telling you that he's in a gang. No, I'm not going to tell them, because they're humble people and deserve respect.
Across town, the hospital is so dangerous, the military recently took control of security.
In the last 6 months, the hospital has had tremendous problems. Assaults, robberies, everything you get without security.
We're in the pediatrics unit right now, and there's an armed military guy with a machine gun right at the door.
Exactamente.
The patients they can't save end up here.
It looks like a bus station maybe, but it's actually the city morgue, and dozens of people are out here waiting for information about their loved ones. There are just bodies piled up in here from all the violence.
This woman has been waiting overnight and all day to claim her husband's body. He was shot the night before for his cell phone, killed right in front of her. Her father waits nearby, at first barely able to speak.
I'm afraid.
You're afraid for your daughter's life. You're thinking about leaving. Where would you go?
Wherever. It doesn't matter. Any country, any place where we find peace and work.
A few feet away, parents are desperately looking for their missing children, unsure if they're dead or alive. Later that night, the family that sent their son away for his own protection took us to see him. Right now, we're driving about 2 hours outside San Pedro Sula with the family that lost their son to the violence here. We still can't show you their faces, but we're going to visit their 17-year-old son who's in hiding for his own safety. The 17-year-old has been at this safe house, hiding from the same gang that murdered his younger brother.
¿Tenés miedo ahora? Are you scared right now?
I'm scared something will happen to my sister, my mom, or my dad.
Talk to me about the gangs. Do they want you?
They were threatening me, telling me to join them. If not, they would get rid of me too. That's why I'm hiding.
He turns 18 next month and hopes the military has a spot for him. Ironically, it's his best shot at staying alive.
I want to join the military. I want to fight and better myself.
But he still won't be able to escape the gangs. He'll have to confront them. So dangerous, the only thing this patrol can really do is keep an eye out for who may be a drug dealer or a gang member. Anybody seen talking to the military could become a target.
Why is it dangerous for your team?
They're ready for anything. They come ready to kill.
anyone here may be a lookout for the gangs.
The gangs intimidate everyone here. They can force a person, be they elderly, a woman, a kid, they can force them to serve as lookouts.
Do you all have friends? Do you all know people in the neighborhood who are part of the gangs?
Yo tengo amigos que alguna vez jugaron fútbol conmigo así en la cuadra y que ya después ya se hicieron parte de una pandilla.
For the kids who live here, it's not just the gangs they're afraid of. The military can be just as intimidating.
Does the military make you feel safe?
No, seguro, hay más inseguridad. Dan más miedo. O sea, lo que hacen es que golpean a quien quieren.
By 5 o'clock, as night falls, it's too dangerous to be out on the streets. That means it's time to go.
Raise your hand if you're afraid when you leave here. All of you. So at 5 o'clock, las 5 de la tarde, de miedo, at 5 o'clock.
Yo cuando escribo, a pesar de cómo está la situación, trato de ser positivo en mis letras y trato siempre de acordarme de las cosas buenas que tiene este país. Esta siguiente canción es de mi ciudad, esto se llama Welcome to San Pedro.
Whether it's heading back home or saying goodbye, one thing is clear. Life here is all about survival.
Welcome to San Pedro.